Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to a live album ranking on this very crisp Friday morning. It's sunny, we've had a frost, we had a bit of the Northern Lights last night. It's all going on around here. Anyway, today our live album ranking is from a great American progressive metal band called Fate's Warning. They were formed in Hartford, Connecticut back in 1982 by John Arch and Jim Mathias and Victor R. Rundy, Steve Zimmerman and Joe DeBias. They've had numerous changes and they've been going 42 years. I can't believe it. It makes me feel old. I remember when they come out. Dear me. So they've had various people in the band, and when it comes to live albums, they've only put out 3, which is amazing, really, because they've been around for such a long time. But the 3 albums they have put out of live material are all brilliant. They are such great musicians. This was tough because they are such a very good live band, so we'll have a look at them today. So coming in at number 3, released in 2017, it's called Awaken the Guardian Live, and it was recorded at the Keep It True Festival in Germany in 2016, and it was their reunion show because they had to split up. So the band for this is John Arch on vocals, Frank Aresti on guitars, Jim Mathias on guitars, Joe DeBias on bass, and Steve Zimmerman on drums, with Jim Archbold on the keyboards. So the first thing they do is play the entire Awaken the Guardian. Great album. And live it's even better. So the tracks off that album, of course, are The Sorceress, The Wonderful Valley of the Dolls, Fata Morgana, Guardian itself, Prelude to the Ruin, which is absolutely amazing, Giant's Law, Heart of Winter, Time Long Past, and the ends up with the Bull Breaking Exodus, which is absolutely brilliant. Then they go and do some tracks off other albums. They go and do a great version of the Apparition off The Spectre Within. Very, very good. Then we go back to that debut, Night on the Brocken, for a bit of Damnation and the title track. It's great to hear them original songs. And they end up with Epitaph from The Spectre Within. To hear the whole of the Awaken the Guardian album from, that classic sort of lineup, brilliant. I think John sounds great on the vocals, and it's an absolute belter of an album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 2, we have Live All Over Europe. Now this was taken from various locations on their Theories of Flight tour. On this we've got Bobby Jarzembek on drums, Joey Vieira on bass, Ray Alders on vocals, Jim Mathias on guitars, and Mike Abdal on guitars. So the first track is off the Theories of Flight album, From the Rooftops. Pretty decent version. Then we have Life in Stillwater, one from Disconnected, great track that is, Pale Fire from Inside Out, 7 Stars and SOS, Theories of Flight, Firefly from the Darkness in the Different Light, The Light and Shade of Things from Theories of Flight. Then we have Wish from FWX, Another Perfect Day from the same album, Silent Crisis from No Exit, and Yet It Moves from Darkness. Then we got to CD2, Still Remains from Disconnected, Nothing Left to Say from Perfect Symmetry. Excellent track of that is Equinance. Sorry, I struggled with that one, didn't I? No Exit. Then we have a Great track from Parallels, The Point of View, love that track. And then the little ditty called Falling from Darkness in a Different Light. And then we have A Pleasant Shade of Grey, parts 9, brilliant. And then Through Different Eyes from Perfect Symmetry, bit of Monument, and they end up with Eye to Eye from Parallels. Yet another good album. Different lineup, but the music's still there. It's just excellent, as they do on all their live albums. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8.3. But my number one live album from this band, is an absolute belter. It was released in 1988 and it's still live. And it was recorded in Europe between 16th of April and 26th, 1998. On here is Ray Alder on the vocals, Jim Mathias on the guitars, Joey Vieira on bass, Mark Zonder on the drums, guests, Jason Keyser on keyboards and Bernie Versailles on guitars on another trick. So, what do you get? Well, again, they do a whole album, and this time it's a great album which I love, and it's A Pleasant Shade of Grey, parts 1 to 12. Absolutely amazing live that album is. It's got more texture, it's got more atmosphere. It's a great album, but the live version is just absolutely brilliant. So not contented with that, they go on to the No Exit album for the Ivory Gate of Dreams, which is a fantastic song. The 11th Hour and Point of View from Parallels. Can't get any better than this, really. Monument from Inside Out. The wonderful At Fate's Hands from Perfect Symmetry. And then we go to the Awaken, The Guardian for the Prelude to Ruin, which is a fantastic version. And then the last track, We Only Say Goodbye, Parallels. A live version of one of my favourite Fate's Warnings albums is a bonus, isn't it? I mean, I love A Pleasant Shade of Grey. To hear it all live, it's quite intricate, and it really does sound great live, and that, you know, all the intricacies are there. Followed up with some, you know, the Ivory Gate of Dreams. You're just unbelievable. Top tracks. This is a fantastic live progressive metal band, and they're wonderful. One of the best in the business. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.5. So there we go. The very short live albums from Fate's Warning, but all three of them are just killer. Great material. Doesn't matter who's in the band, it all sounds good. Anyway, coming up next is a brand new album that Zeb has been sort of saying, when you gonna do it? And I'm doing it today. And that is the new album from Nectar, Mission to Mars. So that's coming up soon. Bye for now.